Hello and welcome to this episode of Tripology. It's a backpacking show where two best friends who are literally backpacking, literally podcast about said topic. I'm Alan, and I'm here with the ever inebriated Adam.
Drunk in the morning, drunk in the evening, just like me.
A beautiful song by a beautiful man in a beautiful country as part of a beautiful friendship that we have cultivated over years of travelling together, and now it's your final day. It's your final hours. In less than 12 hours, you'll not be a part of my life anymore.
Well, no, not physical life.
Which is the most important part of life.
It's why this relationship will never work, Alan, because I keep leaving.
You'll always be a part of my life in many ways, but physically won't be one of them any longer. And in order to celebrate that fact and that fact alone, we went out for some sake, and the resulted podcast that is now ensuing is going to suffer as a result.
You think it'll be worse because we've had something to drink?
Not worse, but different.
Definitely different, because the keen-eyed listener / watcher, viewer will notice that we have got a couple of cans of Biru, as well as one thing I'm really excited to share with you. Because
Ichinama Biru on a gashimasu.
I've never had this before, but it's 1 cup sake. It's one of the most famous products from 7-Eleven or any other convenience store. And
we'll drink that as well, will we?
We'll taste it.
Okay.
Even though we've had a few drinks. Well, we had 3.
We're the only backpacking podcast that would dare
have a drink.
Have a drink. And also, I want to make a point, because I said the quality of the podcast will suffer as a result.
Right.
And you said, will it? And I said it will be different.
Yeah.
And that, according to the Buddhist ideal, is suffering. It's the difference. It's the change. It's the impermanence that is causing the suffering.
Yeah.
And to pivot from higher-minded ideas like that to then boshing Japan's cheapest, shittiest sake.
Yeah.
It's that kind of flip-flopping that other travel podcasts haven't got yet.
No, I think you're right. I mean, we weren't going to record another episode. We've been fairly productive.
We're crowbarring it in.
And we looked at each other. We thought, we've got 45 minutes, a little window. What should we do? I mean, well, what else are you going to do other than drink when you're in Japan? And you said we could record an episode. We've probably got enough time.
Yeah, I slipped back into my old ways for a little bit. I've tried to be so hands-off with you this trip. I've said, we never need to work unless you want to work.
And then I'm calling his bluff.
And then I drank
a
little sake, and I was like, Adam, what would be really productive right now is if we use the sake.
Yeah, we use the sake. I would like to drink this with you. I've got every suspicion that it's going to be fairly disgusting.
Tell me a little bit more about it, mate, because what is sake?
Sake is like rice wine, equivalent of.
Right.
There's other things. I mean, there's sort of koji. I mean, in terms of how it's made, I don't have all the information to hand.
That's okay.
But just think of it as rice wine.
Right. All right. Have you got that?
Japan do make their own wine out of grapes.
That's grape wine. You wouldn't call that sake.
Just normal wine. But Nihonshu, is sort of rice wine of Japan, and it's, I think, delicious.
No, Nihonshu and sake are synonyms.
Nah, not really. Sake is actually more of a general term to mean Japanese alcohol.
All Nihonshu is sake, but not all sake is Nihonshu.
Yeah, I think that actually is true. Yeah. Shall I get the definition up now? Just
pull it up while I talk a bit more about this. Now, we've talked about 7-Eleven, Lawson's, Family Mart, convenies. They have a very specific cultural place in Japanese society. And this sits on the shelf of all these convenience stores as a sort of staple item. It's made by a beautiful little company called Ozeki. It's called...
Are you sure? I think that might just be the type of... It's like a brand name or something along those lines.
Yeah, like I said, a company that makes it. They produce this product. It's called Sake 1 Cup. And it's basically, I mean, the name on the bottle describes the product. It's simple. Comes in a lovely glass jar with a ring pull, a flip top, and
nice.
It's cheap, isn't it?
Very cheap.
It's a cheap
just
form of alcohol.
A couple hundred yen.
If you want to get effed up of an evening, perhaps consider.
Does it have the alcohol by volume? Because there will be other YouTubers who have had this, and I'm not referring to us as YouTubers, but there are YouTube channels, content creators, where they live in Japan or they travel Japan and they do go and get one of these and they taste it on a video. However, not all of them are wine professionals. So now maybe
Not all of us are wine professionals.
would you be so kind as to open that?
I'll do that for you.
I realise this is a bit of an electric start to an episode, but I'm leaving tomorrow, and quite frankly, I'm sad. I'm down in the dumps. I'm not ready to leave.
I'm a bit sad as well.
I did think, let's just be really honest for a second. When I knew I was going to come to
I
Tokyo,
hold my microphone in my mouth.
yeah, I can just do this.
Thanks.
So I am living with Alan. You guys know that. And Alan lives in quite a residential part of Tokyo.
Yeah.
But no, I have to say, we've had enough discussions about, how long it takes to get into the city, and, the fact that I love just walking for hours and hours and exploring lots of different areas of Tokyo, because I still feel like a tourist here. However, having lived with you in a residential area where you can see the same people every day, you can walk down some streets where you're not surrounded by skyscrapers, absolutely dwarfed by some of the biggest buildings on earth. You go to all these little market streets and lovely little shops, and it actually feels much more local. It feels,
You've enjoyed it.
I've loved it. It's an experience that I could not have had without you.
Oh.
So I really appreciate that. I don't want you to. I don't want me to leave and you think, oh, maybe he would have been more at home if he'd been right in the thick of it in the hustle and bustle. It's nice having a choice.
Well, I would say this to counter what you've just said.
Go on.
I would say that every experience that I've had in my life since meeting you has been an experience that wouldn't have been the same, or I wouldn't have had without you, because you've affected my existence so holistically across so many different parameters that
I'm taking it positively.
No, I mean, I don't think there'd be any other way to read it. I think that, so ditto is what I'm saying, mate. Ditto.
Oh, good. You live in a wicked area.
This life is an experience that I couldn't have had without you. This area is an experience that you couldn't have had without me. And that's an equal trade-off. It smells like, I mean, to me, some people,
hot ass.
My detractors will say that I've broken my nose too many times to know. But to me, it tastes like, it smells like rather sort of spicy water.
Okay. I mean, that's fairly apt.
And it tastes like the worst sake I've ever had in my life.
I think even calling it sake is generous.
That's mental.
At this point. Is it really awful?
Well, because we've just come from a sake place where we've drank sake.
Yeah, we've just been very fortunate to have some of the best sushi we've ever had in our lives.
And some of the best sake we've ever had in our lives, although we've not had much.
It was an 8-seater sushi restaurant, and we were the only two in there apart from the chef. Not planned, I have to be honest. But it was lovely. It was just a private omakase dining experience where we watched the chef do his thing. It was wicked, wasn't it?
It was amazing. Coming from there to this is mad.
It smells actually a little bit like molasses or something. It's got a very sweet smell.
It smells like they've got alcohol-free rice wine and then added alcohol to it.
Mm. That is nowhere near as bad as I was expecting.
Really? You like it?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh.
I don't like it, but it's the aftertaste is unpleasant, I would say.
I think the look of it, and I've had this problem with sake before, the look of it makes me think it's going to hydrate me.
What, just because it's clear liquid?
Yeah, and then my body gets excited.
Do you feel the same way about vodka?
Oh, yeah.
And gin?
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, if you put that in the freezer to the point where it might start freezing, because I think it's probably only about 15 or 16%. I can't quite tell because I can't read Japanese. I think it's 15%. I think if you got that down to a real cold temperature and did a shot of it, I reckon it'd be all right. It has still got that kind of ricey umami flavour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We've got some beers here just in case. I'm trying to get an article up.
I just think there's something quite sour about it.
Yeah, the acid. You're not a fan?
I don't know if I'd call it acid.
What would you call it?
Sour.
So, I mean, yeah, it's not really fair.
Yikes.
The fact that we're comparing this to something that we've just had, which was quality and made by someone who cares and not made on
What, you
mass.
think the people at Ozeki don't care?
No, I just think that they're making it to a price point.
They might care an awful lot about affordable sake. That might be like something that they're passionate about.
I think they probably care more about making money, in all honesty.
It's a big claim.
So who would you recommend this to?
If you're
If you're not a wine professional.
Yeah, no, I mean, so you're...
I like the cap, though.
It doesn't quite fit, but...
I can't do it one-handed.
We've both got wet on our jeans.
I'm not as
It's
dexterous
quite a
as you.
volatile cup. Well, you say that, but I tried to put my microphone in my mouth earlier so I could open it and failed miserably. I'm still thinking about it now in my head. I'm like, do you remember when I put a microphone in my mouth? I think who I'd recommend that to is sort of like a salaryman living in Tokyo.
Yeah.
He's just realised he's got celiac
Right.
disease. So he's good. He can't have his beer on the way home from work.
Can't have his beer.
He sees 1 cup sake.
Yeah.
He goes, that's not beer. He takes it to a park.
Yeah.
He drinks it. And then, as a beautiful gesture, he goes home to his wife and he says, sweetheart, I've just got you an empty container that you can use for some of your homemade preserves.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, no way. Thank you.
You shouldn't have.
I can put my preserves in here. He goes, yep, that's why I got it. And then,
because he's already consumed everything in there.
yeah, in the park on the way home.
She goes, you haven't been drinking, have you?
And he goes, no.
He goes,
So am I saying? I've not been drinking. I've been getting you a homemade preserve jar. And in my mind, they live happily ever after that. That's who it's for.
Yeah, I mean, also, I do just want to mention the name. It's called 1 cup sake. Now, if you drink that entire thing, which is 180 ml,
Yeah.
you'll be...
Steaming.
You would be. You'd be absolutely sideways. So a cup is... Well, I don't think it's a measure. I mean, it literally isn't.
No, it is in the US. Do you think that is literally 1 cup?
Actually, let's look that up as well.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of looking up.
In the US, guys, for our British listeners, a cup is something they use in the US to measure things for baking. And I think that this might be exactly a cup. It's 180 mil.
1 cup, 1 US cup is actually 236.5.
Really?
So it's less.
So it's 56.5 mils shy of a cup.
Yeah.
That's what they should call it.
Maybe less appealing to the consumer.
56.5 mil shy of a cup of sake.
Yeah, but either way, if you are an alcoholic and poor, maybe look into it. If you...
But you've afforded a flight to Japan, and then upon arriving, you've realised that you're both an alcoholic and financially a bit hard up at the moment.
I think the problem I have, because I place a lot of importance on not just, food and drink and stuff, but I like alcohol, obviously, but I like quality alcohol. I would find it very difficult to justify buying this for any other reason than just to have a try. Like you're not going out on a night out. I'm not sitting around with you enjoying myself drinking this.
Who are you sitting around with enjoying it with?
This is a last resort, and even then, I'd prefer to have water.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because the night's over, isn't it? Once someone's brought the 1 cup sake to the table, it's over, isn't it?
This is like when you go to a house party and someone goes, do you want a gin and tonic? And I look at the table and it's Gordon's gin and Schweppes tonic. I go, nah, mate, I'm driving. Thanks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
For me, it was tequila.
Yeah.
And I danced through the house party on my way to the taxi. I remember it vividly.
Do you want to try my favourite Japanese beer?
Yeah, let's keep on.
Go on.
I want to talk about, mate, the experience that you just brought us on.
Can we do that in just a second?
Well, you want to talk about beer first?
No, I don't want to talk about beer, but I've just got a definition of sake versus Nihonshu.
Yeah, bring it to the table.
There are no rules on this episode.
No.
As opposed to all
Or
the
on
other
any
episodes.
episode, really,
Yeah.
unless I'm trying to enforce them.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers. I didn't sit. Well, I'm waiting for you. Are you ready? Are you dexterous enough to open that one yourself?
If we get comments on this episode and people say, God, it was so much more enjoyable than all the others,
I'm just going to take heroin.
your alcohol consumption, 1 cup heroin. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. We're celebrating today.
2 weeks for anyone else who's wondering how long I've been here.
Yeah.
2 weeks. 2 weeks and 2 days.
It's felt like, I think when you really enjoy your time with someone,
Yeah.
it feels simultaneously shorter and longer than the allotted time.
I would agree. I think time moves slowly, but the end comes really quickly.
I'm struggling to remember a time when you weren't here. It just seems like you're a part of my life in Japan now.
Yeah, I wish I was.
Then simultaneously, it feels like, I know in a few days' time it's going to have felt like, I wish she was here for longer.
Maybe I'll come back. Mate, you might not be in this house.
No.
Call his bluff. Oh, actually, Adam. So this is
Bit busy.
This is my favourite Japanese beer. made by Sapporo. It's delicious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really cool
I liked
marketing.
it,
Gold
yeah.
can. It's the one that you drink if you like beer that tastes nice.
I have to say, if you'd frozen a Jorian, sprinkled some literal feces on it, and rammed it into my gob after that 1 cup sake, I'd have thought it was all right.
Don't let that deter you guys. A lot of Japanese beer, especially when it comes out the taps, delicious, isn't it? Namabiru.
They really,
Tell them about Nama.
they get the cup right.
The what?
The beer mug.
Yes. Yeah.
They
You
get
tell this is someone who is either drunk or doesn't drink that much.
Yeah.
You got a cup on the brain.
I don't drink that much,
No.
but the times I have had a beer with you, the mug that's been served in has been so wonderfully pre-treated.
Yeah, chilled. Yeah, it comes cold.
Yeah, but that's in my country.
Yeah.
The glass is never that cold.
No,
It's got literal icicles forming around the rim here.
it is a nice touch, isn't it?
It's amazing.
And the head, guys, if you've never had
Well,
beer,
let's not talk about that. That doesn't happen every time.
Oh dear. There's no tipping culture, but service is exceptional. Anyway, so sake, also spelled sake, you don't need to know that, in English is a Japanese rice wine made by fermenting rice that has been polished to remove the bran. Unlike wine, in which alcohol is produced by fermenting sugar that is naturally present in fruit, typically grapes, sake is produced by a brewing process more like that of beer, where the starch is converted into sugars before being converted to alcohol. The brewing process, this is just talking about...
Fucking hell, Adam.
My goodness. Oh, in the Japanese language, the word sake can refer to any alcoholic drink, while the beverage called sake in English is usually termed Nihonshu. Under Japanese liquor laws, sake is labelled with the word seishu, a synonym less commonly used in conversation. So for us English speakers, we would say sake when we probably mean Nihonshu, because I think sake is a broader term that encompasses a few other rice liquors,
Okay.
or liquors in general in Japan. So if what you want is the rice wine, you can say Nihonshu or sake and you'll probably get
Some
what
head.
you're looking for.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, amazing. Yeah. So let's talk about that experience that we just went on, because you said it's my last day
Yeah.
in Japan
Yeah.
and you wanted to treat me.
I did. Well, you'd made a couple of comments about going to a really nice sushi restaurant, and we probably eat, if we're going to pick one food stuff, more onigiri, sushi, kind of rice and fish, sashimi combos
That's fair.
than anything else we eat.
My cost of living's increased tenfold since you've arrived.
Has it?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I've been cooking for myself previously.
Okay, but has your enjoyment of eating increased?
My enjoyment of life has increased. Result.
Quid's in. But what I thought was, even though you're someone who really appreciates food, you love going out and enjoying yourself.
If I was left to my own devices,
Yeah.
I would be obese.
What?
Yeah, I believe that.
Even in Japan?
In life in general, I had to learn early
Yeah.
to really discipline myself around food.
Okay.
And if I was just like, if I just let myself actually be my state of nature animal self,
Yeah.
I would just keep on eating.
Okay.
I
Maybe
think I'd be huge.
you're in the best country for that, because you'd...
But I'm so disciplined. Just 3 or 4 meals a day.
Your portion sizes are actually pretty healthy as well. And by healthy, I mean big.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
He's got a good appetite on the guy.
oh, yeah, it could be so much worse, though.
Yeah. Well, with the food that we've been eating, a lot of it has been fish and rice. Raw fish and rice.
That's fair to say.
So we're in the sushi, capital of the world, obviously. I used to work with a Japanese woman, and she said that you can only get good sushi in Japan. I don't think that's true, but who am I to say? She's Japanese and I'm not.
That's true.
But I really wanted to do this for you because it's the sort of thing, and I did tell you this at the time, the sort of thing that you might not do if I wasn't here. I didn't drag you kicking and screaming.
No, I was willing to come.
Yeah, but it was...
Especially once you said that, you sent me a lovely text, actually. You said, I don't want any arguments. I'm going to pay.
Yeah.
That's the end of it.
Yeah, just let it happen, enjoy it, relax, drink your sake,
We can talk about whether we go halves on the alcohol, you said.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough.
Well, it's just because I was happy to pay for everything. But
Yeah.
I know what you're like. I know there would have been a little bit of you that was like,
I ended up paying for the drinks.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about one person paying for the alcohol and one person paying for the food is the food was undeniably the better experience.
Yeah.
But the drink lasts longer afterwards.
Well, especially if the pieces of food that you're eating, I guess, are one mouthful.
They're moments in time, aren't they?
They are.
Whereas the alcohol, I'm still feeling it now.
Mm-hmm. I think we got a good deal as well, because what I ordered, guys, when I spoke to this sushi restaurant, really highly rated, lovely little sushi restaurant. Like I said, there's only like 6 or 8 seats at the table. It's just one bloke.
But definitely not 7, because that would necessitate one person being on their own.
That person could be me, actually. I often go out and eat on my own.
You and a party of 6 friends.
But it was wonderful. They got a number of different set menus. You can have, 8 courses, 10 courses, 14 courses, whatever. But we ordered the 3 appetizers and the 10 pieces of nigiri, like the, little piece of rice with a fish on top or whatever. And I think we got like 6 appetizers, didn't we?
Yeah.
We got a lot. That's why I said to him, I just clarified. I said, Scott, we are getting this menu. And he was
and
like,
he winked at you and went, yeah.
What were your favourites? Because there was a lot of big hitters on there.
Oh, man.
There was 3 for me that were standout.
Okay, let's see if we got the same standouts.
Yeah.
I know that one of them is different, but let's go. I know that you loved, and I thought was amazing, the fatty tuna. It was a really amazing piece of sushi.
So amazing. It's like butter.
If you can imagine
tuna
it,
butter.
It's some rice with a fatty tuna on top.
Mm-hmm.
Really good quality.
And you're calling it fatty tuna, to anyone who doesn't know. It's actually
just tuna that I'm vaguely taking a bit of it. I'm insulting it.
No, like it is a proper cut. It is the proper name for the piece of sushi. Fatty tuna. And you can get medium fatty tuna and whatever. Toro. It's usually the most expensive.
There was one on a spoon that I really liked. I don't know what it was, but I liked its attitude.
Oh, you might not like what it is once I tell you. Uni. Sea urchin.
Yeah, I like it more now that I know.
It was bloody good. That was my other favourite.
I like it more because I've stepped on one of those bastards before.
What, with the black spiky bits?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And at the time, I thought one day, I'm going to get you naked, get your insides out and put you on a spoon. Much like you with that ram that one time. So yeah, I like it more now. That was one of my favourites.
Yeah, agree. So you've picked my top 2.
This is where we're going to differentiate though, because the Japanese tiger prawn,
oh, yeah.
I know that's not in your top 3.
It's not, but it was delicious.
My goodness. If you can imagine a very, very flavourful prawn, then you're on to it. You've started well. But then imagine that it just carries on indefinitely.
Mm-hmm.
I started chewing it. 5 minutes later, it was still giving me, it was almost like tiger prawn flavoured chewing gum.
Yeah, at great length.
Oh, amazing length, which is one of the things I looked for in foods. Because famously, when I was a kid, these are some of the foods that I liked the best. I would say to my mum, can I have these?
Yeah.
A pomegranate.
As a kid?
Takes a long time.
Yeah.
You leave me with a pomegranate.
Well, your mum's got to go and buy the pomegranate first. It's not the sort of thing you have lying around the house.
So you're waiting 2 to 3 hours for her to come back from the shops. And then a toothpick and a pomegranate, hours of fun.
Oh my God. Right.
And then another thing I used to get her to do is put a carton.
It sounds like a punishment.
No, because for me, it was like I couldn't stop eating.
Yeah.
I needed things that were going to slow me down, take a long time, right? So another thing we used to do as a strategy is put a carton of apple juice in the freezer.
Right.
And then cut the top off the apple juice and I just suck that.
I think you might have told me that before.
Yeah. And at the end, you're just left with a block of ice.
So you just sucked all the flavour out of it?
You suck all the flavour out of it,
Yeah.
If you're at home and you've got some time to kill, put a carton of apple juice in the freezer and suck all the flavour out of it. See how long it takes you. Right in, tripologypodcast.com.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying basically is that one of the things I like about foods
Yeah.
is the length of time they take to consume. And the tiger prawn won in that regard.
Where I'm from in the south of England, we just go down the shop and buy ice lollies. But I suppose up in Manchester,
What, added sugar?
You get a bit inventive and start putting things in the freezer.
Yeah, you do. It's better than any ice lolly.
I love the shrimp, the raw shrimp. We had 2 of those at the very beginning. The mackerel, I mean, of course. Anyone who knows me, which is not many people, would know that I am a massive fan of mackerel. Not enough to get a tattoo of mackerel like that guy I saw once on a hike in New Zealand. But
That's a crazy tattoo.
It is probably my favourite fish. And I think the Japanese do it so well.
I think it'd be nice if me and you got matching tattoos of a pomegranate and a carton of apple juice.
What? Hang on. Do I get one or the other? Or do we
Which
both
one would
get
you
both?
prefer?
The pomegranate.
You can have it.
Like a cross-section.
Yeah. Because
With the toothpick next to it.
Isn't there a word in French for pomegranate that means like grenade or something?
Yeah, that is it.
Grenade.
Yeah.
Amazing. So perfect. So it speaks to one key aspect of your personality. That was a good guess by me.
It was a very good guess, but I think you kind of knew. Less of a guess, more of just a memory.
But an echo from my past.
All right. But we had an amazing time. There was no dessert. There was nothing sweet. The sweetest thing was the tamago. It was like the eggy omelette thing, which was pretty nice.
And the guy serving us.
He was sweet, wasn't he?
Really sweet.
Yeah, he was lovely.
There was one point where Adam saw a bottle of wine, which he thought was like, when someone who's into something sees something that means something to them, and you just have to like be happy for them that they've seen it. Like if someone's into Pokemon and they see a rare Pokemon card, for example, you just got to be like, oh, I'm happy for you that you saw that. Adam saw a bottle of wine that he liked, got excited. He was like, oh, no way. And the guy went, yeah, it's wine. Adam had to go, yes, I know it's wine, but it's a specific type of wine that it is that I'm excited about, sweet Japanese man.
It's one of the most expensive, rarest, most coveted, most sought after.
It was a $4,700 bottle of wine, that.
Yeah, current market value, 4,700 US.
It's no 8 million yen for a shiny Gyarados, but it's an expensive bottle of wine all the same.
Yeah, very much so. Unfortunately, it was empty. It was just sitting on a shelf, like a trophy.
Like a used bottle
You
of
can't
wine.
say it. We've only got a few minutes left, but I do want to introduce you to an article I read recently to get your take on it.
Okay.
So I'm
willing to listen.
I'm going to rip through it. We're currently sitting at, just a time check, guys, 27 minutes. But we've got 5 more. That's fine. I'm on a website called explore.co.uk.
Oh, I've had a run-in with those guys before.
Have you?
They've sent me some pretty negative emails.
This article, right, is about the most life-changing, most transformative trips that people have been on.
Okay.
So think of all the countries that you've ever been to, right?
Yeah.
Which country, I'm just going to ask you live on air, would you say has given you the most life-changing, transformative experience?
I'm going to say Kenya.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And a reason why?
I lived in a slum called Githurai, a specific part of Githurai. Maybe slum's a bit harsh, but that's what the people living there called it. Outside of Nairobi, and I was working for a non-profit there. I was teaching computer classes, but I got very, very immersed in the life there. I really lived there, and it was like, for me, up until then, I'd been doing quite conventional backpacker things. Southeast Asia, I'd been doing, worked in a potato factory in Australia. I'd been doing like backpacker stuff.
Yeah.
It was the first time where I felt like I was really off of not just the beaten track, but off of any track whatsoever, doing my own thing in a place where no other backpackers were or had been, and really experiencing a part of the world that I'd previously only heard about or read about. I'd never seen it. And I was just spending time with the people there and like breaking bread, eating dinner, hanging out, watching TV with them, and got to understand their perspective on the world around them, and sort of maybe really understood what my position and place in the world was, like how fortunate I'd been up to that point, and also how different the way I related to things as a result of that upbringing was than maybe like the majority of the rest of the world, and how, what privilege really was in that sense. Changed me a lot.
Well, it sounds like you had a pretty sort of deep and meaningful experience.
Yeah.
You didn't just go on a safari for a few days.
I did do that as well, and seeing a wildebeest up close is cool.
Transformative.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Kenya's a great answer, obviously, especially because it's not just a safari.
Yeah.
Because you were with local people, because it was somewhere which I imagine is quite difficult to travel as a backpacker, or it certainly was back then. There's no infrastructure, there's no support system, there's very few hostels, the food's,
I think in truth, anywhere can be a really transformative experience if you have that kind of experience there.
Yes. I think we'll remember you said that at the end.
Okay,
So I
good.
think that's a very good thing that you've just said. It's not what I would have said.
Right. Okay.
But you're better at this than I am.
No,
and probably less drunk.
Just different.
You
You think I'm less drunk than you?
Yeah, probably.
But you have a high tolerance to alcohol.
I do. Well, we'll leave that for the Patreon.
That's Patreon. Why I said that in the Patreon section.
So here we are, explore.co.uk, right? They ran a poll, effectively. It says the top 5 reasons that left a lasting impression on them. So they basically polled a load of people on the most transformative, life-changing experience they've had in another country, and they've ranked all the countries. So the most people, basically, if X amount of people said one country, that goes in number 1.
Of the number of people surveyed, number 1 is the country that was mentioned the most.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
You've got it. So top 5 reasons that left a lasting impression on them. 1, finding courage on their own.
Okay.
Number 2, healing after difficulty. Number 3, rejecting the pace of ordinary life. Number 4, a spiritual awakening. And number 5, nature as a reset. Okay, so this is the article. I'll put a link in the description, all that sort of stuff. But I find it hard to take the article seriously. So I'm sorry to say that at the beginning. Hopefully it doesn't sway you. To reveal the top destinations, we analysed over 1,500 comments from Reddit's most active travel communities, recording every unpromoted mention of a destination being described as a life-changing or transformative. Of the 447 mentions recorded, Japan came out on top with 47, meaning that more than 1 in 10 travellers who named a destination pointed to Japan above anywhere else in the world.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
The big reason for that is because the kind of people who want to visit Japan are also the kind of people that post on Reddit. And that's a documented fact, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, also, I think that many more people will have been to Japan than some other places.
Like perhaps Kenya.
Which could be more transformative and life-changing.
But also, the people that want to go to Japan are, a lot of them,
nerds.
Yeah, I think it's
to say the N word.
Look, I think there's a big cross section. Not everyone who visits Japan is a nerd, obviously, but there's an appealing thing about Japan where nerds. I myself am a nerd in a lot of ways. They find Japan appealing for its nerdy stuff.
In the same way that not all sake is Nihonshu. Not all tourists that come to Japan are nerds, however.
But if you're a nerd, you'll like Japan. There's a lot of Pokemon and Super Mario and Final Fantasy and anime and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Also, most people who use Reddit are a bit nerdy. Let's be honest. If you've got an account on Reddit and you're typing regularly, maybe I do. So it's not a criticism. Maybe you're a bit of a nerd.
Let me just read the top. Let's quickly rip through the top 10.
Just rip through them, yeah.
So number 1, Japan with 47. Number 2, India with 38.
Yeah,
for me,
agree with it.
For me, if India was number 1, that makes sense.
Yeah,
because it's mental.
I agree. Yeah, India's crazy. And also in the top 5 on my personal list, I would say.
Yeah, number 3, curveball, New Zealand.
How is it?
Yeah, transformative, life changing.
Well, where
amazing.
Is this a UK-based article?
Nice time. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like basically going to somewhere.
Cornwall.
It's like it's like New Zealand's like rural England 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was 35.
That's a mad answer.
Yeah. Number 4, Thailand.
Yeah.
33.
I mean, it is transformative in some ways.
Yeah. Number 5, Iceland, 28. Number 6, Italy, 26.
Got a lot of Europe, Switzerland.
7, Switzerland, then Peru.
Peru is a weird one to just throw in there. Why? I think Peru's a good answer. Because that'll be people who have like hiked the Salcantay Inca Trail and gone to Machu Picchu or something.
Or not. Or they went just to a nice restaurant in Lima.
But it's just mad that there's so much Europe in the top 10.
Yeah, that's why I think there's not
It's
a load of validity to this.
ludicrous.
And then Jordan, number 9. Number 10 is Nepal.
Yeah, decent.
Kind of cool. 11, Colombia. 12, Vietnam. Joint 12 with Tanzania. So is that the first mention of an African?
That's the first African one.
First African country. And then 14, Morocco. Joint with Ireland. Do you know what I mean? So this is what they say about Japan. Topping the list as the most life-changing destination is Japan. Hypermodern cities such as Tokyo feel endlessly alive with neon-lit streets and late-night izakayas. Traditional towns like Takayama encourage something slower, a pace that makes you notice things you'd usually walk past. Beyond the cities, travellers can lose themselves entirely, whether that means wandering the ancient streets of Kanazawa, soaking in an onsen as snow falls outside, or stumbling into a tiny restaurant with no English menu and having the best meal of their life. The people are a highlight with travellers, with many saying they experienced a warmth that feels genuine. For many, the Japanese way of life, food and daily experiences are so different to home, they experience culture shock in the best way.
There you go. Well, why don't we hop over to the Patreon section and give our top 5?
Yep.
Countries which have changed us the most, being the most transformative. There's a link to the in the description, the show notes of this episode, to Patreon, where we do bonus content after the episode. And you can get in touch, tripologypodcast.com. In the next episode of Tripology, me and Adam will not be in the same room. It will be a remote episode where we're zooming around all over planet Earth, back to the classics, where, you know, I talk, then he talks, then I talk again.
And we hope you are as sad as we are, because we might not see each other again in the same space for like potentially a year.
Give us a cuddle.
I love you, mate.
Thanks for everything.
Oh, guys, we hope you've enjoyed it. It's been wonderful. I hope, you know, the last sort of, 7 or 8 weeks of episodes.
It's been a mad trip in which podcasting hasn't been the priority, which has been a nice change of pace for us and our friendship. But it's been a lovely time. Keep on hanging out with us. Honestly, if you're listening to this and you got this far, come hang out with us in the Patreon section. It costs very, very little. It costs less than a 1 cup of sake. So come meet us over there. We'll see you next week. See you there. Bye. Just say bye.
Just bye. Thanks ever so much, guys.
Bye.
Love you to bits. And we're drunk. Cheers.